Can we walk through here unharmed or not?
Well, try it.
Whoa.
Well, unharmed is relative.
Okay, as... Oh, did you see that?
Yeah, the wisp of power afterwards. That's weird.
Okay, as fun as that was, I'm not sure this is a good idea. So let's maybe not do this.
Well,
Actually,
I think we should go and take a closer look at the thing now that it's below us. So.
Yeah, but let's not go through the beam.
So it's got a seat, and it's very welcoming. It says enter.
Interesting.
Well. So there's a joystick.
I have one.
And if you look, that's
so,
like
fire! Can you see what's happening here? We have a joystick. We will travel.
Oh, nice.
This is made. This is made for my channel. All right, sorry about that.
So it looks like we've got like a video screen up on the front.
Yeah,
so if you look, it has its own image on it, so you can see where the beam is facing. So maybe that's like a targeting thing, so you can help target it.
And there's a joystick that I can actually use. This is the... I don't know what
this
button on.
So that turns the beam off. Okay, interesting.
Probably a good idea.
Oh, that changes. So that's moving the beam rather than the coach itself.
Okay. So I imagine we have to get this thing outside.
Yeah. So maybe there's more controls. I
can't get it.
What's on?
Oh, I can also use these buttons. Okay. Sorry.
Okay.
I cannot use the thing on the armrest.
Can you use the screen in some way?
No, but just.
Oh, there's something on the right-hand side flashing as well.
Oh. Well.
Oh, that turns the screen off. Oh. Oh. Is that like a mode switch? So, like, yeah, try WASD, obviously, because that's...
Yeah, that works like this. But what is LS? Left shift? No.
Left stick, if you're using a pad, maybe.
Oh, maybe.
I was wondering whether or not you're switching modes, that in one mode it moves the cart back and forwards, and in the other mode it moves the camera.
Ah! Fire Beaver. Well done. So
Okay.
how do we get out here, though? Ah.
Oh, the exit. But you might want to turn it off, I'd guess. Because we don't know where this has even got to go yet, so we don't want to just drive it around, probably.
No, so how do I...
Well, I'd turn the power off. Yeah, that.
Oh.
Yeah, now I bet you're allowed to. No?
Shit.
Oh, what's on the handle? If you look down, isn't there a handle on the seat itself? Oh, you can't hit it because it turns with you.
Ah!
Yeah.
Sorry.
So how do we get out?
Right, maybe we have to get a little further, you know.
Maybe. Or put it back where it was.
That is also an idea. Indeed.
Yeah, okay. So only at certain exit points can we actually leave it where it is.
Okay.
Which may or may not be helpful.
Alright, so the question now becomes, what do we want to do with this thing, right?
Right, so we don't know where it's got to go yet, but we do know that there's some instructions to go to Farley's and open the vault. So perhaps...
Okay. There was a padlock, I think, on the rear of this thing here. You know, the mine shaft? I think it was on the rear side.
Yeah, we don't know the code yet, do we?
Oh, right. We need to go to Farley's first.
Yeah.
Can we? Oh, yes, we can.
There's a run button, yeah. You're using it last game. I think we're making good progress right now. This looks good.
Surprisingly much, considering...
I have to admit, at least... I know it's, probably the start of the game. But if the puzzles seem a lot more simplified currently than previous editions of the game.
If you say that, makes me think you forgot about that book with the diagrams in it.
Well, that's true. If they're relevant, yeah. But
So
is
that
there a
would be
number
next to
anywhere?
her. Where is it on the fence?
Sometimes it can be. Well, this is Farley, so we're in the right place there. 1436. So 6341.
All right.
Okay.
6341.
So you said you remembered where that code was, right?
Vaguely. I think when we enter or when we approach this from the scrapyard, I think there was
like on the opposite side of this.
Yeah,
thing.
I think there was a. Yeah. I'm not sure if you can get in here. Nope.
It's a good dead end.
Dead end.
Yeah.
I clearly remember there was a like a numpad type lock, but I can't say for sure. But I'm thinking it was the opposite end of this one here.
Can we drive to that place?
Maybe. I mean, probably. The question is though, what do we do with this now? I mean, if we just need to like cross the beams or something.
Well, we know that at the moment we need to turn left, right, and drive out. So see if the track's going to go in that direction. Maybe. So it is. Maybe we could drive over there.
Maybe, but what for? If we don't need the thing there, we'll just need to bring it back, right?
It may not. Yeah, that's true.
Wait,
it might be quicker,
if we want to go from the other side, we gotta go for the bridge, right?
Yeah. Although that's blocked there, and it doesn't look like we can get through here at the moment.
No.
So you have to open this up again. Unless it was that one shot.
Oh, what's the other direction?
I think so. And then you hit the button in the middle.
Yeah, I think so. Can't remember.
It's been a week since we last recorded.
I think I reset this just to see what we're doing.
But I think it's the other way, because if you remember it turning, it would turn the opposite way, which means this right-hand side needs to be down.
Yeah.
That's not down
yet.
Okay.
When I tried this earlier, it seemed like I couldn't push it down the right side. I think I must have just had a, momentary case of weakness there.
Yeah.
Haven't had any food since we arrived in this place, honestly.
Well, video game design.
This is by far the nicer part of this area too, with the trees and stuff. I did take a photo of the thing, didn't I? The numbers.
So, 6341?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. I can remember it. It's fine.
Yeah, I can't.
That's okay. I'm not controlling anything, so my brain is clearer than yours.
Brain.
So was it in here? Is that where it was?
Thinking through here. Now I'm not sure anymore, but I'm thinking in here.
Yeah, it feels familiar. And in here.
Yes, I remember.
Okay, cool. So hopefully this is the right. I think we've only seen one keeper.
So what was it? 6?
Yeah, 6, 3, 4. Yeah. Oh, it's green. That's good. Click. Oh. Don't kick the bucket. Oh, this is the inside the house. Okay.
Makes sense, of course, because it's only half the house that got
I said it was kind of like the opposite side. Yeah. Is that a thing?
Nope.
No, maybe not.
Oh,
that looks important.
Look at this.
Yeah.
Neat.
Good. Well, it means we don't necessarily have to draw one this time.
Yeah. So, too bad the cursor doesn't show. There's Farley's in the cemetery. That's where we're at. There's something called the wall, which we just went through.
So the town, the shop. So where where we were, where the lasers were, it's called the shop.
Yes.
CW's over there.
Yeah, like a workshop. Yeah.
Yeah.
The contraption is the battery. And look at this. Entry canyon. That's where we arrived. So what must happen is that every time someone gets abducted, they always arrive in that space. So whatever is
That's
there...
why they've always got an a welcome message there.
Yeah, but it also implies that, like this abduction method, it just swaps out that area all the time. So that picnic area that came with us, next guy who gets abducted, maybe suddenly this materializes somewhere in an, I don't know, office space or something. Kind of weird.
What else is down there? So what's the green thing below the tower?
One thing I noticed down there, and I wish I could...
barrier.
Yeah. So look at that. This is called the bleeder. Didn't we have the bleeder?
Oh, bleeder. Sorry, he did mention it, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, and that must be the tower with the wires sticking out, like here.
Yeah. So there's a rail yard, fuels, which we know about. Supplies.
Scrapyard, plateau, river.
And what's that one say?
Basque?
It's where where we enter, I guess.
This is the trees, basically.
Yeah.
Wall, tower, tree, CW, falls.
Okay.
Water source.
So this might come in useful later, but it's not a lot more new information here. There's pretty much just the name of what the bleeder is. All right. Oh, it's a thing. Slightly swastika-like, but is either the number...
first impression as well.
So it's either the number 15 or 51, depending on its rotation, potentially.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that might be important.
At least when we're learning numbers here, so far nobody gets eaten.
Okay.
Can't unfurl these. Can't pick these up. Can't open this. I know there's paper here. There's a pen.
And another notepad.
Oh, this is the camera they must have used for... Wait, no. This is a projector.
There's a switch on it as well, look.
Oh.
So we can turn it to project it at different things. Oh! Oh, that's... So there's something...
Something marked.
Yeah, turn it off again so you can see it properly. Oh, you may not want to do that because that changes the location of it.
No, it would... Well, it depends on how far it does.
Oh, I guess it's... it has the circle around it, see?
Yeah.
But, go put it at the... facing the number. Maybe it suddenly makes a new number. Or something. It's not quite there.
That looks pretty good. No, it's...
No. Yeah, you're right. But look at the map again, like the main map. And the circle is in its original position was just by the rail yard there, where your cursor was, kind of. So that might be a thing, because it lines up the circles. You know what, those notes on the table, they probably explain everything, so perhaps we should look at the notes.
We should. This is actually
quite lined up.
Much harder than it might appear to line this up.
That doesn't matter. There we go.
It's pretty close.
Yeah.
It is marking... Yeah, something there. Alright, let me turn this off for now.
Yeah, so I haven't got enough information on that yet. And there's also something on the floor that might be important.
Yeah? Can't pick this
up. There's a book. No? Oh.
Nope. This is all just garbage. Alright, we have this. I'll get to this in a second. There's one more here.
Okay. Teddy bear. Oh.
And something there.
A tape recorder. There might be a sound thing on that.
Yeah.
Oh.
Aha.
Earth. Soria,
Soria,
Mofang.
And the tree.
And the heart.
Heart.
So, 1, seed pair. 2, find planets with similar atmospheres. 3, swap the locate. Wow, so they've swapped parts of Soria or the Mofang with Earth. So whatever's now in Earth is now there. So go look up again, because there's numbers for all of this. So 3 swap, 4 tree from seed. So perhaps they're using it. So like the heart superposition.
Heart connected path open when mature. 4 species meet.
Oh, so we've got to get 4 trees on various planets that have all been swapped locations.
I think so.
And what happens to fruition? Swapped where?
I'm not sure this is talking about trees, honestly. What does
I think it is.
Here? What happens at fruition swap where, home when, maybe dead? More seed pairs scattered throughout the universe. Why scattered?
So this is here's my theory, and then you can give your theory. Is if you think of it like a network of portals, if you like.
Yeah.
So the Earth and Soria are linked in some way, and it's gaining its power for its link through the heart of some kind of special tree, or the seed of the tree, hence tree from seed ? Right, but there's 4 other locations / planets or something where instead of it being a direct swap necessarily, so you can see the green and yellow are connected, then the yellow and blue are connected, and the yellow and the red. So the yellow planet, or what might be Earth or the heart, because they're both in yellow, maybe. That's connected to 3 other planets for some way. So is it a portal system? And I know it's they actually swap the locations, but the portals grabbing parts of the world and swapping it with others. So
if you remember at the beginning, there was what looked like a strawberry, and it looked mechanical to me, but. It seems that this implies there's even a photo.
That might be the seed.
Yeah, so it implies that these things are actually organic, and they are from a tree, I guess. And so the question is, how do these things come to other planets? Also, this seems to confirm that the Mofang are actually it's not a swear word. It's
it's like the residents of the planet Soria, maybe.
Yeah. And then we don't know about any of this other stuff just yet.
We don't know who Villain is yet, whether that's a faction, another alien, maybe one of those other planets, or whatever it might be. Oh, hello.
Can't read this. Can you?
Well, I'm wondering, is that a picture of Randy Miller and his brother?
I would guess maybe. My brother, small and nice, sing constantly, as noisy as a rock concert. If only he would be quiet. What?
I wonder if that's like a legit piece of photography and poetry from their chart, like an Easter egg kind of thing that they've put in. I can imagine.
But it's also possible that because every first letter or most of them are capitalized, so this could be a clue for something as well. My brother, small and nice. Constantly nice.
It doesn't spell anything though.
No, but it still might provide like directions, or maybe you have to rearrange it. Or I took a photo of it. Maybe it'll come in handy.
Okay, cool.
So this thing here first, I would say maybe, I don't know.
Yep. Go ahead, whichever order. Rewind it first, yeah. Oh God, the memories. It's probably how you loaded the first. Oh no, the first Myst is one of those on CD. But while you're sorting that out.
So the plan will happen, in spite of our we're locking down as much as possible here and moving everybody out. CW will stay here, and I'll go to Murray at the last possible moment.
Murray?
Most are gone. There's just a few left here now. The mayor got out early. I don't even know why I'm recording this. It's like somehow we'll live on or something. I guess this has meaning if someone listens, but who? A new one? A new arriver. Oh, God, the kiosk out front. I need to update that message.
That's probably the end of it, I'd imagine.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was going to say, when I first, as a gamer, I wasn't really. Oh yeah, you might be able to swap it for a different tape later.
The other side.
Oh, the other side. Okay, before you hit play on it, I
your anecdote.
Yeah, my anecdote. Well, a little bit. So I know a lot of people's first gaming experiences will be cartridge based. You know, like the old Ataris. Or I don't know, if you're a little bit older, and I guess, you know, NES, and so on. But my first gaming experience was on a BBC Micro, and its input was cassette tape like this.
Yeah.
So some of the early games I used to play, besides Elite, actually, is one of them. But there's a game I remember called Revs that I used to love. It's like Outrun or something like that. It was like a Formula One racing game. And it came on cassette. That was a huge game at the time, and it was on both sides of the cassette, so that you had to hit play, and the cassette tape would be plugged into the computer. You'd hit play, and it would play the same noises you hear with the old modems, you know, but it'd do that for like an hour or so. And it's basically giving the data out to your computer, which picked up the signals, just like a modem does, and was effectively loading the game in. So if I wanted to play a game when I very first started playing games, I had to know that I wanted to play that game about an hour and a half before I could actually play the game. Because that's how long it used to take to load. So all you kids today who moan about loading screens with like 5-10 seconds, screw you. I had to wait an hour and a half for my loading screens.
Yeah. So my first real computer, or my first own computer, I should say, was a Commodore 16, and it came with a cassette thing as well. They called it the data set, which I guess makes kind of sense in a weird way. Now, loading games didn't take that long. Certainly not 60 to 90 minutes, but it was, of course, a longish process. The fun thing of this is that you could actually copy video games by putting your video game cassette in one side of your parents' stereo deck and record on the other one. And you could play it and record it. And that is how you would, pirate games back in the day. Obviously,
it wasn't
I would
long
never
before
do that,
we got those big floppy disks, right? The 5 1/4 inch ones, and they were a godsend compared to the tapes that we were using. It was like, oh my god, look at the loading times now. We can actually play a game within like 5 minutes. This is amazing.
And multiple ones on one medium, and the size and the speed, and right. Shall I press play on tape?
Yeah. Did you rewind it?
No, we flipped it over. We don't need to rewind it.
Well, maybe if it wasn't at the start of the tape to begin with, if it's only halfway.
No, we rewound it. It played and it ended.
I'll
flipped it over. So we should be at the beginning of the second page, second side. Theory.
In theory.
We all lost everything.
Uh-oh. That doesn't sound good.
Everything but our stories. And they shouldn't be forgotten. I was 3.
Ooh.
April of 1983.
Isn't that the intro?
So it was 1870 for you.
Yeah, that's what we heard.
You tell it like it was yesterday, but it's been 62 years since
it is, yeah. There might be more to it this time.
Boss of Light. Yeah, it is.
And that's where all of our news stories began, that light. It streaked across the sky, mesmerizing, but unnerving. Some of you were alone, I wasn't. My dear grandma, God bless her, rejoiced as if it was some forebearer of good fortune. Vera, you said you recall smiling. None of us understood. But, well, we followed. Whether it was in the deep woods like Cecil or right outside town like Jane and Jenny, we were drawn to see more. Grandma lifted me from the carriage on the porch and walked into the yard so we could watch it unobstructed. Even in daylight, Joseph, you said it was gloriously bright. But in the twilight, it was spellbinding. And we all felt some kind of trepidation, and yet attraction as we approached it, and it approached us. So close, so radiant, and that sound, deep and vibrant, organic. You all remember.
Organic.
There was no turning away. It advanced, almost like purposefully spinning slowly until, well, it found us, each of us. We should tell these stories because it saved us, and there must be more.
It was in the middle of the afternoon.
All new.
Watching the sunrise. It was about 2:30 in the morning. December 26, 1948. May 7th, 2009.
Wow.
September 3rd, 1995. I was down by the river. I was hiking in the desert. In the park with my grandson. I looked up and saw a brilliant flash of light that exploded in the sky. The light it closed the clouds and behind some trees and it disappeared. I looked around and, to see if there was anyone around. See if anyone else had seen what I had seen. There was no one around. They all saw it too. Bob definitely saw it. Well, it was just beautiful. There was something calming about it. Yeah, I don't mind telling you, I was kind of freaking out. I tried to follow it, tried to get a better look at it. Wanted to see it again. I came to a place where it had disappeared, overlooked, but I found nothing. And it streaked through the sky again. It seemed like it was looking for something, or looking for someone. And then it found me, and it found me. Found me. Found me. Found me.
Found me.
Found me.
Me too.
Found me.
Yeah, it's a Me Too moment right here.
Yeah. Can I just say, I know it's going to break the wall a bit on this,
I
but
think this is done anyway, so...
yeah, it is.
it's just-
Is that tape would have been probably impossible to record. Because how the hell did they edit all that audio together between all those different
Yeah, with just
people?
one tape recorder. Yeah.
Yeah, with just even then it's got a broken record button. So
Well, presumably
Even
this
with the-
indicates that they had a second one somewhere, and it's lost.
with some kind of
It's maybe
editing
here,
ability.
right here, in this cupboard. That's where it is, fire.
Baby, yeah.
Yeah,
Somewhere around they've got some audio editing equipment.
Use your sense of disbelief. No, it's suspension of disbelief. Shit. Okay.